We're on the move again.
We are.
And just left Red Cliffs, Mildura, Big 4 caravan park.
Yep.
Which was great. And where are we heading now, dear?
We're going to Lake Boga.
Yes, Lake Boga.
Lake Boga.
Near Swan Hill.
Where Neville comes from.
Yeah. My parents lived in Lake Boga when I was born. I was born in the Swan Hill Hospital.
So that's why we're here, because it's Neville's birthday on the 9th.
On when?
I mean the 8th.
Ah, geez, we've only been married about 1,000 years and she doesn't even know my birthday. Wow. There you go.
Yes. Anyway, and it's all been like a disaster because we're having to head back home because of me.
Yeah, we were going to keep cruising around for about another week.
Yeah, or 2.
But we need to be home. So it's the 6th of December today.
Yes.
My birthday's on the 8th of December.
Yep.
And we were going to just cruise around for at least another week. But yeah, Ruth has a heart MRI appointment.
Yes.
Which is very important. She's got a dodgy heart thanks to a side effect of one of the chemo drugs 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to look at it with an MRI to try and figure out what's going on. So it's hard to get MRI appointments, and they've managed to squeeze her in, so we can't just go, nah, can you make it like, a week later?
Yeah.
Because that's not going to happen. So yeah, so we're going to head back. We're going to be back around about the 10th, a couple of days after my birthday.
Yeah.
So we'll be back home then. But we'll be at Lake Boga for a couple of days, and we'll probably stop somewhere else for at least a night.
Yeah.
On the way back. So.
But we're going to go to the hospital.
Well, I just told them that.
Yeah, well, I know, but
No,
you
the
didn't
MRI.
say. No. We're going to the Swan Hill Hospital.
That's right. Yeah.
To see if it's changed in the last 70 years.
Oh, you've told everyone my age.
Yes.
Oh no. I thought I was turning 50 this birthday.
Yeah, so you keep telling me.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll stop out the front of the Swan Hill Hospital, and I'm sure I can remember it exactly what it used to look like the day I was born. And,
anyway, we're going there via Oyen.
Yeah. So this morning, right now, there's about 3 different ways we could have gone, according to Google Maps, and they're all similar distance and time. We've chosen to go through Oyen
because Grant, our second eldest, he always wanted to live in Oyen because it was always the warmest place in Victoria.
Yeah, it used to have the record as the hottest place in Victoria. I don't know if it still does.
It's in the middle of the Mallee, and I don't think there's much there, but just we're going that way.
Yeah, there's not much there, just heat. Lots of hot days. So yeah, so anyway, we'll talk to you soon.
No worries.
So here's us just approaching Sea Lake in Victoria's Northern Mallee, and it's the kind of small town you could almost miss unless you look a little closer. As you drive in along the Calder Highway, you're entering a community of only a few hundred people, surrounded by endless wheat fields and big skies in every direction. Just beyond the edge of town lies the real star of the show, Lake Tyrrell, Victoria's largest salt lake, spreading over roughly 200 square kilometres. For thousands of years, this shallow salt pan has filled and dried in slow cycles, leaving behind a crust so white it can look like snow. For more than a century, salt has been harvested from Lake Tyrrell, with tens of thousands of tonnes taken each year from its northern edge. After a rain, a thin film of water on the lake turns into a perfect mirror for the sky, and images of people seemingly walking on the sky, reflected in the lake's pink and blue surface, went viral overseas. European pastoralists arrived here in the 1840s, carving huge wheat stations out of the mallee scrub and turning the district into one of the great grain-growing regions of Australia. When the railway finally reached Sea Lake in 1895, it became a vital hub for shipping grain, helping the town grow and putting their silos and sidings on the map. Sea Lake might look small from the driver's seat, but it sits behind one of the oldest, strangest and most photogenic landscapes in Australia. Just up here on the right-hand side are Sea Lake's grain silos, and on their concrete canvas sits one of the region's most striking artworks. Added as part of the Silo Art Trail, this towering mural transforms working farm infrastructure into a giant open-air gallery that you can drive right past on the edge of town. On the silos, a young girl sits on a swing under a lone mallee tree, looking out across a dream-like vision of Lake Tyrrell. Below her, the salt lake stretches to the horizon, its surface turned to glass, reflecting galaxies of stars above in a vast night sky. The scene captures the essence of Sea Lake, a small community perched beside an ancient salt pan, where farmers, stargazers and travellers all share the same big sky. The girl represents curiosity and wonder, inviting visitors to pause, look up and imagine the stories written in both the land and the stars. We've just arrived at Lake Boga Caravan Park. It's a g'day park. And we've set up and we're lounging back in our lounge chairs. No, our reclining camp chairs, which is pretty cool. But look at this beautiful lake. Very, very nice. Bit overcast today, but the temperature's nice. It's about 20 degrees.
No, it's a little bit cool.
Ruth's
Don't believe Neville.
Ruth's a little bit cool. So there's Ruth, and yeah, so there's looking further down the lake. Lake Boga is a really nice freshwater lake, pretty much circular in shape. So we're right up I guess you'd call it the northern end of the caravan park. There's some cabins over there, and that's about the end of the park right here. I think there's only, in fact, yeah, one other site next to us, and that's at the end. And our setup is just here. So we've just backed up the motorhome. Massive site they've given us here. It's huge. We've got the Swift there. We could fit another 6 Swifts on here with the motorhome. That's good, and we get to just relax by the lake. Fantastic.
Neville sat on his stick.
She's talking about my selfie stick. I sat on it in the car and it's bent. It's a bit upsetting. Your first comment could be misconstrued, do you realise?
Oh, sure it isn't.
So we're at the Lake Boga silo art, which is very impressive. Lake Boga is renowned for the fact that it was a place during World War II where the Catalina Flying Boats came.
As you can see, by his hat.
And yes, I do. I have a Catalina Flying Boat cap on. Because my dad was in the Air Force here during the war, and he used to repair these awesome flying machines. They would land on the lake, and there was a big Air Force base there.
And then when he wasn't doing that, he was taking Neville's mum to the pictures.
Yeah, that's right. Like all the other Air Force guys. They were looking for hot chicks in Lake Boga. So that's how all that started. I wouldn't be here. So very interesting. But that's a pretty impressive couple of silos there. Incredible painting.
But they've got 2 more or 3 more need painted too.
Yeah. They could paint you and me on those.
Well, they could.
Yeah. And we'd be big things.
Yes.
So, I've driven down from the caravan park at Lake Boga to the Lake Boga Flying Boat Museum. A really cool place. Home of the Catalina Flying Boat. It was a bit of a revolutionary aircraft in World War II. And my dad served here in the Air Force, and he was a rigger. He used to repair these things. So let's go in and have a look. Okay, so I'm inside the Lake Boga Flying Boat Museum. You know, it's just got an incredible amount of history in here regarding Flying Boat Repair Depot number 1, which was initially a secret repair depot for not just Catalinas but other flying boats too. Any type of amphibious war aircraft that Australia was using in our war effort, a lot of them came here to get repairs and servicing done. Now that picture up there, believe it or not, that's actually my father right there, working on one of the flying boats. And I remember him showing me that photo years and years ago. He's long past, of course. So he's in the museum too, which is very, very, quite exciting for me actually. So there's just an amazing amount of history here and photos of all the stuff that used to go on. But I guess one of the main features is they've got a complete flying boat here. There's the wingtip there. Look at that, it's got one of the, I guess you'd call them a pontoon or something, on the end of the wing. And there's the flying boat itself. Here, fantastic. Lots of other cool gear that used to be at the, flying boat depot. Here's one of the old military motorbikes. Pratt & Whitney engine, 14-cylinder radial engine. That was in the flying boats. During the Second World War, Lake Boga in northern Victoria became one of Australia's most important and at first most secret flying boat bases. What began as a top-secret inland haven for vulnerable seaplanes grew into a heavy-duty repair depot that kept Allied aircraft flying across the Pacific. After devastating Japanese raids on Broome and other northern ports in 1942, Allied commanders realised their flying boats on the coast were dangerously exposed and urgently needed a safe inland base. Lake Boga was chosen because it was almost circular, free of major obstructions, had rail, road, electricity and communications close at hand, ideal for large aircraft that needed room and support. The order to establish number 1 flying boat repair depot at Lake Boga was classified and issued as a top priority requisition, with the whole project treated as a secret wartime installation away from enemy eyes. Security was tight. The underground communications bunker and signals facilities were designed so that information was closely controlled, and for much of the war, many Australians had no idea a major airbase was operating on this quiet lake. At its wartime peak, the base employed almost 1,000 personnel, roughly 39 officers, more than 800 airmen and over 100 members of the Women's Auxiliary Australian Air Force, working around the clock. Across the life of the depot, 416 flying boats and seaplanes were serviced, repaired, rebuilt or overhauled, with more than 1,050 arrivals and departures and an estimated 800 test flights over Lake Boga. Crews brought in a remarkable range of aircraft, including PBY Catalinas, Dornier A24s, Short Sunderlands, Kingfisher-type aircraft, submarine walruses and Martin Mariners for work at the depot. These aircraft came not only from the Royal Australian Air Force, but also from Allied forces such as the United States and the Netherlands, making Lake Boga a busy multinational hub far away from any coastline. The base officially closed in November 1947, but its role in keeping flying boats operational helped protect Australia's sea lanes and support long-range missions over a vast ocean war zone. Today, visitors can still see the restored underground bunker and a reconstructed Catalina A24-30 at the museum on the foreshore, preserving the history of the once secret flying boat base of Lake Boga. And just around the front of the aircraft now, you can see the massive wing and the massive engines up there. And we do get to have a little bit of a look inside the front. Right up the front here, so there's the pilot and co-pilot. And this seat right here is for the nose gunner, guy that used to sit up in there and hopefully ward off any enemy aircraft. Let's have a look up inside the Catalina. It says we're not allowed to enter, but we can stand up on this viewing platform and have a look. So we're up in the rear section, right up in the tail. And yeah, this is what my dad used to repair. All of these bits and pieces. Pulleys and cables and panels. Everything's riveted together. Lots of these little aluminium rivets. I remember him having aluminium rivets at home that he brought from the war. But there's all the different sections back there. Would be a terribly noisy, cold way to fly. Some important bombing raids were initiated from Lake Boga. Here's one on Rabaul. That's the route they took from Lake Boga. Here's another one to Surabaya Harbour. Another one to mine Hong Kong Harbour. An enemy shipping strike. Various flying boat bases. And they have actually made available the original communications bunker that was here during the war. It's underground, hopefully to withstand, you know, bomb strikes. If they come here and try and blow up the base, that they can still get communications out. So let's have a look in here. Some incredible old communications gear. They had all the mapping going on down here. This was, you know, the, I guess, control centre for the base in a safe place underground. There's the duty officer's office. Incredible, massive, thick concrete walls, and then metres and cubic metres, hundreds of cubic metres of dirt on top. Summer uniform, fire alarm panel. One of the Morse code machines. And here's one of the original 2-ton anchor blocks that they used to secure a mooring buoy for the flying boat. So this was down on the bottom of the lake and a buoy floated above it, secured to this, and when the flying boats would come in, they would tether them to the buoy. And apparently this concrete slab here is the original base for the control tower, which was located here at the depot. Amazing. And there's the lake where it all used to go on. I'm just at the Swan Hill District Hospital, which happens to be where I was born 70 years ago. My birthday tomorrow, so 70 years ago, basically. There was a little baby screaming in here and it was me.
And we're here to see the Giant Murray Cod.
We are.
Another one.
Yeah, another one we've already visited. A big Murray Cod, I think around the Shepparton area from memory.
Yeah.
But you can't stay at Lake Boga and not come to Swan Hill. And at Swan Hill here there's a Giant Murray Cod. Look at that. Standing proudly beside the railway station in Swan Hill, towering above cars and cameras, is Arnold, the Giant Murray Cod, a much-loved big thing celebrating the river and its famous fish. Built in Melbourne in 1991 as a prop for the Australian film 8 Ball, Arnold's massive body is formed from a timber skeleton coated in fiberglass, and after filming finished, he was donated to Swan Hill where he was unveiled in 1992 as a tribute to the mighty Murray and the legendary cod that once filled its waters. Arnold is no ordinary fish. At around 15 metres long, about 5 metres high and up to roughly 5 metres wide, he is many times larger than even the biggest real Murray cod, which in the wild can reach about 1.8 metres and over 100 kilograms, but are now most often caught at just a few kilos. His bright blue-green fiberglass skin has been patched and repainted over the years, including a full refresh in 2021, so he can keep shining in the harsh Mallee sun and welcoming visitors for decades to come.
Well, the Swift was in bad need of a wash, so we've decided to come to the car wash and go, and give it a clean. But the police were out there, so they probably didn't like the look of Neville.
In the charming township of Lake Boga, Victoria, right on the Murray Valley Highway, stands the historic Kenny Ridge Pump, a mighty testament to early 20th century engineering. This steam-driven marvel, weighing a colossal 55 tonnes, began its service in 1903 at nearby Long Lake, pumping vital water through channels across 1,553 kilometres of drought-ravaged farmlands to sustain thirsty communities. Relocating in 1926 to the Kenny Ridge pumping station, it powered irrigation until a diesel replacement arrived in 1952. Donated as a memorial in 1955 by the State Rivers and Water Supply Commission, its horizontal reciprocating steam engine and pump, linked by common piston rods, remain preserved for all to admire. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody out there, whoever's watching. There might not be anyone watching.
No,
but that's okay.
probably not.
So we're just leaving Lake Boga Caravan Park, which is a g'day park, right on the lake. Fantastic.
Which is sad.
It is, because I woke up this morning on my birthday in my hometown.
Yes.
Right on the banks of the lake. Well, I wasn't born on the banks of the lake.
No.
Born at the Swan Hill Hospital, which that's just up the road. But yeah, lived at Lake Boga for a very short time when I was little. So yeah, it was good to have my birthday back at Lake Boga. Haven't done that for many years.
Many years. Probably since
decades,
you were born.
Many decades, yeah. That's right. No, that is true. Wouldn't have done that.
No.
So that was good. Enjoyed that. So we're about to head off, and we're going to stop at Nagambie,
We are.
which is another G'day caravan park, I believe,
It is.
and Nagambie Lakes Caravan Park, I think they call it. So we'll talk to you then, or unless we find something super interesting on the way.
No, I doubt it.
That's right. Cool. Okay. See you soon.
Continue for 1.5 kilometers.
Hello.
Hi, we've arrived in
Nagambie.
that place, which is excellent. Thank you very much. My official fly waving person here.
Well, it's his birthday. It'll be nice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, normally she'd use that hand and give me a whack instead.
Yes.
So yeah, we're just over there, and you can see it's very busy. There's heaps and heaps of caravans and RVs all beside us everywhere. No, it's very quiet. There's a couple of caravans over there.
And
But
there's no one staying in.
yeah, all of these. So well, here's the lake.
Because all of these used to be on the ground.
Yeah, this whole place got completely destroyed in floods. And all of these cabins, as you can see,
Over there.
we're standing in under a couple. They've rebuilt the whole caravan park and put everything up on stilts. It's just amazing, except for the amenities block over there. But all the cabins and a lot of other things are up on stilts, and they've been completely rebuilt. It's unbelievable. And that's an
Anyway.
island over there. That's part of the caravan park, and you have to drive across that bridge. It's very cool as well. We could have had a site over there too, but
Yep.
no particular point, unless you're a fan of Gilligan's Island or something. Yeah, so this is Lake, it is Lake Nagambie, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Lake
Nagambie, this is part of it, it's quite large.
Well, let's go over and have a look. See, the problem with floods and everything is that
Yeah,
the Goulburn River's on the
Is-
other side of these.
it is just over here,
Yeah.
and that's what flooded massively. When would that have been? 2022 or something? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
fairly
sure.
recent,
Yeah.
certainly within the last, way less than 10 years.
Oh, it's like a
Oh.
couple of years. So.
Yeah. So this is the Goulburn River. So that's one reason I really like this caravan park, because you've got the river on one side and you've got Lake Nagambie on the other. So it's just very nice. Nice big sites and good amenities. So over on the left there we have the Nagambie Lakes Regatta Centre. Along here you can see there's heaps more nice level sites, powered and unpowered. Here is a small camp kitchen, and there's another larger camp kitchen further along. It's quite a long park. Here on the right, a few more powered sites. Pretty decent playground for the kids, and a really nice swimming pool. Quite a large pool there with lots of space around it. Yeah, here's an outdoor camp kitchen, which is really nice. And it looks like they've got a big conference centre in there for groups to come and, have a conference in a really nice environment. Here's the entrance and the exit and reception and a cafe. I'm around the back of the cafe now, and on the river, and nice, beautiful seating areas and things. But they've also got a cruise boat here that does cruises up and down the river. So that's pretty awesome. Quite a nice looking boat too. Here's a back view along the river of some of those elevated cabins, and there's certainly heaps of those all along the bank of the river here, and over along the bank of the lake. Just in the main street in Nagambie, at the start of the main street, it's a beautiful little town. Look at this water tower. Right in the main street. One of those really wide streets. This is just to head up that way, and then way over the other side is to come back. A very divided road, but the main reason I stopped just here, or we stopped here, rested in the car, is this statue of Black Caviar, a very famous racehorse that basically lived here and grew up here and was trained here. So yeah, very impressive, and we are right on the lake. How nice is that? And that's way over there, can't really see it, is the caravan park where we are.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. We've just arrived home
Yes.
at the end of our journey
From Nagambie.
from Nagambie. Had a good trip, come down throh Yay. We're going to be stuck home over the Christmas period now.
Yes.
For a little while before we go adventuring again, but we're certainly looking forward to heading off probably late February. So that'll be good. Looking forward to that. In the meantime, we'll hunker down at home for a little while. in our big home, not the motorhome. Funny having two homes.
Yes.
So, let's wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Yes.
All the best for the new year. And we will certainly see you again.
And make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And when you subscribe, press the little bell icon. And that way you'll be notified of any new videos that come out. And that'll be a good little Christmas present for us.
Will it? Okay.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so from one big thing to the next.
See you soon.